Hey Taurus, welcome to Divine Duality Tarot. My name is TJ. If this is your first time here, welcome to the channel. If you are returning, thank you so much for coming back. So what I do here is love reading. Try to get the good idea, get the best, clearest idea of the relationship energy from you and whoever your romantic interest is, Taurus, going into the week of February 6th. So the way that I do this is I draw three that will get a good messaging as to your energy going into it, and then I will draw three for them, your romantic interest, to get a good idea of their energy going into it. A lot of times the messaging is pretty clear, pretty straightforward, but every once in a while something will be a little vague. There's also a very specific few cards that 99% of the time I'll clarify. But if that need does arise, if something is a little vague or it's one of those specific situations, I do have a second deck right here to clarify should that need arise. So, Taurus, let's go ahead and see what's going on. We'll give you the meanings and then we'll get a good idea overall of what's going on. These three are you, Taurus. Leading it off, you have the Seven of Pentacles, which is slowing down. Now, Pentacles is real world things. Could be anything from money down to your own health, your own form, your own being. Slowing down in that regard can be good, can be bad. Depends on what the overall thing is. So, the next one we have is the Hermit. The Hermit is introspection. It's going within yourself to find answers, to find truth. It is using your intuition to at least identify a problem, blocking out all the noise from third parties trying to tell you, this is this, that is that. This is you listening to yourself. And then ending it out is the World. The World is a new phase in a relationship. It could be celebrating love, it's confidence. It also be a learning lesson. You're trying to wrap your mind around something new. Things are slowing down a little bit. Things are, not quite moving as fast as they were. And that's where that Hermit energy is coming into play, because you're going within yourself to find out why. Why is that happening? And this is where the confusion is coming in. The World. This is kind of the big one right here. The World is a really important message anyway, but when it comes to how this is laid out, things are slowing down. That one's evident. You can tell that. You can see it. You can feel it. You know, Taurus. And then you have that Hermit energy of looking within yourself for the answer. That one can be obvious. If you are looking within yourself for the answer, then there's your Hermit. The goal is what you're looking for. And the World is that goal. The World should be the goal of everybody. Generally it is. It is when things move to the next level in a good way. That's what you're looking for. But it's not quite where you thought it would end up. Things were moving fast, moving in the right direction. You had success. But then you perceived that success to be slowing down. That hot passion has kind of started to cool off. But let me ask you this. Actually, don't let me ask you this. I want you to ask yourself. I want you to really think about it. You don't have to close your eyes, but you can close your eyes. Think about it. is what's going on right now actually a bad thing? Am I, as a Taurus, I'm not personally a Taurus, but you, am I, as a Taurus, overthinking what's going on? Am I worried that it is too good to be true? That things were hot and steamy for a while, but now that they've kind of settled into a new phase, is that new phase better or worse? Was I in a honeymoon phase and now I am in a steady, stable phase? Really think to yourself, Taurus. You can open your eyes now. Think to yourself, though. Think about it. What is actually going on? Those are the questions to ask. Focus that hermit energy and ask yourself those questions. Ask yourself those questions twice. That way you can get the actual question in your head. And when you answer it, you can be confident. When the honeymoon phase ends, of whatever part of the relationship you're in, sometimes, when you just start seeing somebody, the heart is racing, the emotions are flaring up, it's hot, messy, love-making time. But after you as a unit, when it turns into us rather than me, just because that dynamic changed doesn't necessarily mean that the relationship is going south. It just means that it's entered a new phase. And stability is the best phase you could possibly be in. Because what's the alternative? Instability. So let's see what's going on with your romantic interest. They have the 9 of Cups, which is emotional satisfaction. Their energy going into it is that of, I'm okay. That's cool. We good. They're happy with you. They're happy with themselves. Then they have the Page of Pentacles, which is the ability to manifest in the physical world. This is that situation where if they want to make more money at work, they're going to find a way to do it. If they want to fix that garage door, they're going to find a way to do it. If they want to think of a new look for themselves, if they want to do their hair different, if they want to, get their ear pierced or something, whatever it is, they have the energy to do it. Be it for better or worse, they can do it. They have that power. And then they have the King of Wands, and this really plays into power. The King of Wands is power of will, authority. This person is strong right now. This week, they are tough, they are strong. And this is something you need to watch out for. Not because, you may get a misconception about how they're acting because of you questioning the situation in general. Here's another one to ask yourself. If you think that they're controlling, is it really that? Or are they just ambitious and they want to succeed? Not all ambitious people are controlling, though a lot of times it may seem that way, especially if you're not having hermit energy and you have friends telling you, oh, that person's controlling, that person's, evil and bad for you. Just block them all out and really, really look at the pattern. Because they could be controlling. It could be. There's always that possibility. And they're just so set in their ways that they don't even feel like that's what they're doing anymore. It's just how it is. Which means it's not necessarily them being a butthole. That is the dynamic of the relationship. But in this case, in your case, Taurus, this is one of those moments that you really need to take a step back. Just go for a drive so that they're not near you. Or, do something. Just go out and really think to yourself, and just ignore all the crap that friends or, any of that stuff have told you. You need to think about it through your own lens. You need to think about it through your own experience, because those people that will give you advice, will give you tips, that are aware of your personal situation, those friends of yours, you got to remember, they only hear the things you tell them. And they only see, unless they live with you and see this 24/7, they only hear the things that you tell them or see the way they act the few times, the few instances that they are both in the same situation. So that person's view is going to be askewed, and their view is going to be in your favor. You will always 100%, well, I'd say about 99% of the time, always be the ultimate victim in your friend's eyes, which is, it's a good thing because they care about you. Friend, family, whoever this outside, stuff is coming from, they do care, but they only have a finite amount of information to process. You, however, you're you. Taurus, you are Taurus. You are the one experiencing it. So you need to be the one to really piece it all together, get the full image, and really make that decision. Do I need to slap this person around until they understand that, they need to knock it off? Or are they innocent and just trying to help, but maybe helping in a way that really isn't helping? Are they helping? Are they really helping? Are they helping for a good reason and helping for a bad reason? Find out what their motives are. What are they spending their time and money on? If it's stupid stuff, then it's not the best reason. But if they're trying to get things working, if this is the person out fixing the garage door, obviously that person's not in it for themselves, because that benefits you too. So Taurus, use your Hermit energy. Figure this out for yourself. Nobody else is going to be able to address your problems but you. And you can do this. Taurus, you can do this. You have the energy, you have the power, and you're obviously not a stupid person. Because if you were stupid, you wouldn't even know what's going on. Use your intuition. So with that, Taurus, I really do appreciate you sticking through the video. I know it was a lot longer than probably usual. But sometimes you really just need to hear it. You need to hear it from somebody else. You need to hear it. You already know it, but you need to hear it. So take care of yourself, and just know that I really appreciate you watching the video, hearing what I have to say, and I'll leave you be. I'll see you next week.